Welcome back. The calendar has flipped to December, meaning it all comes down to the next 31 days for Governor Kathy Hochul to sign or veto several pieces of impactful legislation. Let's take a deeper look at that tonight with a list of some of the 5 biggest bills she has to sign, 5 topics at that. Let's start with the Omnibus Prison Reform Package. Legislation proposed and passed in the wake of the murder of Robert Brooks at the hands of corrections officers at Marcy Correctional Facility. The package would provide more oversight and transparency over New York's correctional system. Here's the sponsor of several pieces of the package, Senator Julia Salazar.
Creating a new agency that's truly independent, or expanding the State Commission of Correction, or adding more resources to the Correctional Association. I think it is critical that we have those conversations in the budget, but these conversations need to continue beyond the budget.
Standing next to her, Robert Ricks, the father of Robert Brooks. Back to our list we go. Medical aid in dying, one of the more controversial bills, passing mainly along party lines, the subject of passionate rallies for years inside and outside the state capitol. Even recently, the bill would allow a mentally fit individual who is terminally ill to request life-ending medication. Proponents say it would allow people to die with dignity. The opposition says there aren't enough safeguards. The governor asked about this back in September.
I hear from a lot of people on that issue. It is strong. There are strong views on both sides of the spectrum, intense views on this, and I'm conscious of that. And it's going to be a very weighty decision on me between now and the end of the year, something that I take, as I said, enormously seriously, and will come to the right decision.
Back in September, the bill sponsors told us they didn't have much engagement with the governor on any concerns or adjustments. We'll keep an eye on that. The Grieving Families Act passed both chambers for 4 straight years now. It's been vetoed 3 times by Governor Kathy Hochul. The governor is saying the cost to hospitals and municipalities would be too high. Now we approach that 4th try. It's legislation backed by those who lost loved ones in the Schoharie limo crash, too. In the cases of wrongful death here, it would allow families to seek damages for the emotional impact of losing their loved ones, emotional impact. We've spoken to those who say compensation isn't realistic in some cases too, especially when a young one is lost. This 4th version, very similar to the 3rd version. Though in the past, the governor and lawmakers have extended the timeline beyond December for that one. Also wanted to note the 100-foot rule, which is a pared-down version of the controversial HEAT Act. That would be a step forward for environmental advocates, and the RAISE Act as well, which would require AI developers to create safety plans to protect against harm or risks to public safety when it comes to AI models there. We'll track the progress of these impactful pieces of legislation as we get closer to December 31st.